Here we go.
We do stuff sometimes.
It's like we do stuff, but we don't.
Yeah. We don't actually.
No.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
But we're following the words of Master Yoda and do or do not. There's no try. So at least we're not doing something.
Screw Master Yoda. Hashtag Baby Yoda for life.
Wow.
I'd still take Master Yoda, I think, because that show seems to be nothing. What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of the Wet the Fanboy Show. What? What did I do?
You just said the Wet the Fanboy.
Yeah, you wet the fanboy.
You know what? Screw you guys. Whatever. I don't freaking care.
Way to go.
Welcome to Wet the Fanboy. My name is Luke.
You're a little hot there, Luke. Bring her back. I love you.
I don't want to do this anymore.
He's Luke.
I said my name.
Yeah,
I'm not saying yours.
I'm Tyler. I'm Mr. Tyler, as Luke would say. I'm going to skip over this guy for a second. The very end of the table, the beautiful Brett Eitzen.
What's up? I'll come back to this guy here in the
That's
middle of the
right.
table.
Thank you.
Our special guest this week, Zach Neumann, filmmaker.
Thank you for having me, everyone.
Let's give him the moniker of filmmaker, Zach Neumann.
Zach Neumann.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Filmmaker.
Zach Neumann.
I get it.
We all have something before our name except for Luke because he's not special. He doesn't.
What's
care.
mine?
No one cares.
I don't know what mine
You're
is.
Mr. Tyler.
Oh, Mr. Tyler. That's right.
I'm Luke.
Luke is Luke the Duke.
No, I'm not.
Dude, my entryway chalkboard says Luke the Duke on it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
We are
Did
off
you
to a
erase it?
fantastic start here.
What?
This episode,
We'll talk
episode
about it
128. This week we're going to talk about the Game Awards, some of the news of this past week. But first, before we get into that, let's talk about what we've been up to.
Sorry, I just need Luke's leg pretty hard. I apologize, Luke.
It's okay, Mr. Tyler. What are we doing?
We're doing What Have We Been Up To?
Weekly update, weekly recap. What do you got? You do anything fun?
Luke did a lot.
I did a lot.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I did a lot of these things with other people, so I'm going to let them talk about the things. I'm assuming
Good call.
I agree with what they're going to say. But
Maybe he didn't do that much.
He did a lot.
yeah,
I can see his notes from here. There's a lot on there.
right,
just
run
some
through
things really quick that I did. I saw Honey Boy. I
Mm.
saw Dark Waters. I saw Richard Jewell.
Yep.
I liked all of those a lot. I've been watching his Dark Materials. I still enjoy that show, even though I think it could be better. Harley Quinn episode 3 is good. Watchmen, oh my gosh. Mandalorian is really starting to frustrate me because I said earlier, I don't think that show's anything. The show has no story. But we'll probably talk about that when we review the whole season.
Yeah.
There's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
But that last episode just really frustrated the heck out of me. But 2 things that I know that only I did, at least, well, I won't say that. I actually don't know what Zach did.
He did all those things and more.
You watch Harley Quinn. I went and watched the Jumanji sequel, Jumanji: The Next Level. I wasn't doing anything Saturday night, and I'd been watching The Expanse all day, so I was like, I should leave the house.
Good call.
I just did the same thing. I just wasn't in the house. But yeah, I freaking loved this movie so much. I was laughing so hard. I was a huge fan of the first one, and I think I like this one more.
That's high praise.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just me or not. I haven't really heard anything about this reception at all. I know it's positive on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm
Made
sure
a good
people
amount of
like
money.
it. But yeah, I think it made $60 million. But I think I like this one so much because, I mean, it's the same as the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But they add really fun characters. They change some stuff up. And I just couldn't stop laughing. And like you see movies with me sometimes, there's always that point in the movie where I'm laughing and nobody else is. And it happened a couple times in this movie.
Didn't happen either time I was in the theater with you this weekend.
What, at Dark Waters or Richard Jewell? Probably 2 of the most depressing movies I've seen this year.
Yeah, that was an interesting double feature for us.
Yeah, you guys are like, we're gonna do Richard Jewell, and I was like, all right, peace. Like
Walking out of the theater.
I'm pretty like after Dark Waters, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die like soon. Yeah, you guys have fun at Richard Jewell. I'm gonna go say my goodbyes to my family.
But yeah, Jumanji, it was so funny. The gag in this one is The Rock and Kevin Hart are both playing old guys. They're so funny. Like, they're always they have great chemistry together, but them playing Danny DeVito and Danny Glover was just too much. And they really stuck with their characters with how Danny DeVito and Danny Glover are. And it just works so well in this movie. It works so well. I don't know really how much the trailer shows or not. I was surprised at some stuff. I don't know if I missed a trailer or not, so there's that. But I don't want to reveal kind of some of the character additions and twists that do pop up in it. But I was a big fan of it, and I very much approve this movie. I give it a fanboy worthy. Go check it out. I saw it in IMAX. You don't need to. I just like the way that IMAX movies sound.
It's not the cinematic event of the year.
No, it's a real roller coaster ride. Scorsese would hate it.
Darn.
But
well,
yeah.
Disney's gonna meet with him to talk about that.
Oh, good.
So, yeah,
We can't have beef between Scorsese and Disney. You
No,
know?
he'll do a Marvel movie.
Their opinions have to be the same. Nope, everybody else's have to be different, but theirs, they have to agree, right? But yeah, the other thing I did was I watched The Expanse. The Expanse, originally on Sci-Fi, they canceled it like a bunch of dingholes, and Amazon was like, okay, we'll take that entire fan base, and season 4 came out on Friday the 13th. And this season is really good. This show it's one of my favorites. The crazy world building and all the sci-fi stuff they do in it is just, I don't know, it's stuff I wouldn't think about. But then at the same time, they're kind of, a lot of times they're playing homage to other old science fiction movies or TV shows, which is a lot of fun. This show really always starts off smaller than you'd expect, even when things are ramping up in the Civil War that takes place in the beginning of this show. But like in season 4, I'm not gonna say what happens at the end of 3 because I did not see it coming. But they're on this world, and it just escalates in such a great way. Just fantastic tension throughout, and I did not know what was going to happen. They do a really good job of making you think that people are going to die or some people are going to live, and then that's not what happens. And I think that's a good credit, because a lot of times you're like, no, that person's going to die. Yep, they're dead.
See you never.
But great characters, especially since this show doesn't have famous people in it. It's a sci-fi show. They never hire anybody famous. The most famous person in it is, I can't remember his name. Thomas Jane, who was the Punisher once. Like
Twice. He did that short too.
That's true. But yeah, Expanse season 4, super good, fanboy worthy again. If you're a sci-fi fan and you have Amazon, you need to be watching the show. It's absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite shows. It's the best thing sci-fi you can watch on TV. I just don't need to talk about the other things, since other people are here that can talk about them. So
that's fair. Brett's over there writing a book.
Tyler, go ahead.
Are you typing your notes?
Maybe.
I continued playing Diablo 3. I'm kind of taking my time through that one just because I'm playing it through with my brother. So we're only playing when we can both play. Still really enjoying it. It's a good game. The loot pool in it is really kind of easy to work with, and the gameplay is just clean, and it's a lot of fun. Played some more of Call of Duty. They added a new map that I hate for gunfight. It's a square, and like,
he's a square, Benny. He's a square.
Yeah, like if you get beat to one of the corners, like there's no way you can win the point. So it's really frustrating, but game's still good. I also jumped into the Apex Legend holiday event that they announced during the Game Awards. The new mode they added is called the Winter Express. I think that's what it's called. You have to capture the train. It's 3 teams of 3.
The hype train?
That's what I'm calling it, because
Nice.
It's hype when you're on the train. It's scary. Every character has a loadout that rotates every day, so the guns are never the same for the same characters. And you just jump in with your friends and you try to capture the train 3 times to win. It sounds really simple, but like...
Is this like a separate mode from the normal?
Yes, it's separate from the Battle Royale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. I highly recommend it if you've played Apex, or if you haven't, it's definitely worth jumping into. Yeah, Luke hasn't played it. I also went and saw Dark Waters with Luke and Brett. I'll save my opinions for when Brett brings it up, but
you talk about it now.
Okay.
I'll
keep typing your notes. It's cool,
I'll
man.
Talk about Richard Jewell.
Okay,
See how that is.
So this movie kind of floored me a little bit. My only complaint is it felt long.
Yeah, pacing. The second act feels really long.
Yeah, it felt like it wasn't going to end.
It's not too terribly long of a movie, but
no.
I feel like most of these would stick to like that hour and a half mark, and this one pushed it to 2 hours. And
it was like 2:15, wasn't it?
You feel it.
Yeah, it felt long, and otherwise, I thought it was really good. I thought the performances were really good. The story it tells, albeit a true story, they do a good job of adapting that to making it a movie.
Yep.
And Ruffalo is just, I think that's the first movie I've seen Ruffalo in that isn't a Marvel movie.
You should watch Spotlight.
I should watch Spotlight. Same team who did Dark Waters.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Same vibe. Same.
Yeah.
That one will piss you off.
It was incredible. I was just kind of blown away. I couldn't believe I hadn't heard of this. Like, kind of just, especially growing up on the East Coast, where like almost pretty much an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where all this was happening.
You're still covering it up.
Dude, I'm going to die, like, early. That's what I learned watching this movie, is that I'm going to die soon.
I haven't heard about this.
Okay, so it was about DuPont dumping chemical waste into water.
Okay. I think I saw a trailer for this.
They pretty much found out that it was directly tied to several forms of cancer. I grew up really close to that area, probably consumed a lot of that. So it's been cool knowing you guys.
Can I have your TV?
Sure.
Cool.
Dang it, he claimed it before I did.
Yeah, you can
4K.
have it. Yeah. But no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I give it a fanboy worthy just because I'm not sure everybody would like this kind of movie. And I don't think that's crazy to say.
No.
I do think the information you can learn from it is pretty important.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sheds a different light on big corporations that we don't really get to see enough of. And that money is a huge blinder for those big companies. So if you're into these kind of things, get out and see it.
I agree.
I
support,
highly recommend it.
If you like based on real life and kind of that like journalistic or detective, like we're gonna learn like what really happened. This is definitely one to not miss.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
it'll also get some Oscar buzz.
It was really good.
Yeah, I think all of the whole cast killed it.
Yeah.
No, I really
some really cool cameos.
Nothing bad to say other than maybe that it felt a little long.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe could have trimmed out a little fat in the middle. But
I agree.
I liked everything that was there.
Yeah.
So no, I'd give it a fanboy worthy as well.
Same.
Sweet. Other movie I saw.
Stamp it.
Other movie I saw, Honey Boy, as Luke mentioned. Brett, you saw this one a week before us.
Yeah,
I believe.
and I talked about it a little bit. I'm curious
to
hear your thoughts just real quick.
This movie's incredible.
Yep.
Again, another movie that kind of floored me this week. I saw 2 dark movies. I didn't need to see a third. Sorry, guys. But
Jumanji wasn't that dark.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go see that this week. But man, this movie. If this movie doesn't get some Oscar nominations, I will be flabbergasted because it is just, it's so well done.
For me, it was to see Shia LaBeouf play his own dad.
To deal with his problems.
It just hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching little Shia LaBeouf, what he went through, and then it's Shia LaBeouf being his dad, doing those things to himself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is awful. And like, the cast is so good. Like, Bill Jupe.
Incredible. He
from
kills
Ford
it.
vs. Ferrari and A Quiet Place, super good. And Shia is freaking incredible in this movie.
Yeah, I think, like, I kind of made the comment, we had kind of talked about Peanut Butter Falcon and how he might get nommed for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this will be. where his nomination stems from. But I agree with you. Like, I watched it, and like Disney Plus is the hot thing right now, and Even Stevens and some of the movies he did when he was with Disney are on there, and like I kind of went home and I was like, I don't know that I could ever watch those again and view them the same way I did as a kid, because I didn't realize like what he was going through.
I mean,
it's crazy.
And obviously not everyone's story is the same, but there is like a dark side of child actors and what they have to go through. And obviously I'm not saying all child actors have this kind of situation and these kind of parents, but like it probably happens more often than you think, especially when they're outside the system. If they're child actors that kind of grow up in Hollywood and their parents are from Hollywood, right? Then like there's a little bit of, you know, maybe they're well off enough that they don't have to live in a motel with their verbally abusive father.
Mm-hmm. So I got 2 things to take away from this movie.
Yeah, go for it.
Number 1, it's awesome. Number 2, or actually, first thing is for you. Hire Lucas Hedges as soon as possible. Every movie he is in is like Oscar worthy. Apparently, if you look at like every movie he's been in, it's all of them are like Best Picture noms. It's weird. Also, his ability to act like Shia LaBeouf kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
Like like his mannerisms and like the way he even talked sounded just like Shia LaBeouf, and I was like, this is super weird to me. Mm-hmm. Super weird. But yeah, I get that on a fanboy worthy because it can't be a booyah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I did.
That's all you did?
I'm almost done with my book that I'm reading, The Toll.
You're good. So I'll talk real quick about Richard Jewell. That'd be the second movie Luke and I saw after Dark Waters, which, looking back out on it, maybe we should have gone and seen A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
No.
Lift our spirits a little bit, but...
I think that movie would have been a little more uplifting because Mr. Rogers is in it, but I'm pretty sure it would have been really sad, and
I probably would have cried, but you know.
I like the choice we made.
We'll see. It's on my must-watch list yet of before it leaves theaters. Richard Jewell is the true story of the 1998 Olympic bombing in Atlanta, and the guy who found it and who was accused by the media, kind of about his story. And holy cow,
it's a crazy story.
Like, I don't know if it's just the right combination of everyone. Despite how you feel about Clint Eastwood and his views and how he like carries himself, he's a good director, and he makes these movies well. He knows how to tap into that, like, what makes a person tick, and like how do you deconstruct them on screen over the course of an hour. I don't know. It's up there probably. I don't know if I put it in my top. It's right like on my top 10 list probably. Right there on the edge. Like it's not the best of the best this year, but it is. In any other year, it's a really, really good movie. I think Sam Rockwell's so good in this.
I
think he stole the show, despite the fact that what's his name is fantastic as Richard Jewell.
Paul Walter
Hauser.
Yeah. Like Sam Rockwell is incredible. So, I don't know what else I give you guys, or I guess you didn't see it. Did you see this one?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything else you want to say on it?
I thought really the entire cast is good. I really, really liked Kathy Bates.
Yes.
As Richard Jewell's mother. I don't remember her name. Mrs. Jewell. But yeah, Sam Rockwell absolutely was like my absolute favorite part of the movie. Kind of just a takeaway from that night though of our double feature. I thought it was rare for us to see 2 movies back to back, both about lawyers doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Usually, I feel like in a movie, it's the lawyer's the snake. And that wasn't the case. It was, in one of them, it was the media, and the other one, it was a corporation, which is, I guess, kind of telling where we are now, since those are the people we're portraying as the villains. But yeah, it was super good.
Yeah.
I was really surprised too. Usually in Clint Eastwood films, I feel like he really kind of pushes the boundary with his content. But this one didn't. It's usually excessive.
It was tame for a Clint Eastwood.
It was
movie.
very tame.
There weren't, I mean, he doesn't throw the F word around like De Niro or Scorsese with De Niro, Scorsese with anyone, but he definitely doesn't have a problem using it, and I didn't feel like it was used. I mean, it was used a couple of times, especially with Olivia Wilde's character, who's pretty raunchy. But
she was angry.
She was
somebody.
She needed the Snickers.
Eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry, Olivia.
So I'll give this one a fanboy worthy as well. It's a pretty high up there.
Yep, me too.
It's rated R, so it's hard to push it up into the upper echelon of like a Booyah, but
you can see rated R movies, right?
Yes.
Good. Just making sure.
How old is this guy?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I'm 16.
Okay. So no, you can't.
He can if he goes with us.
Okay.
Yeah,
you just
we
need
can
adult
buy him a
supervision.
ticket.
Mistake me. My 3 dads.
It's a weird family dynamic. You wouldn't understand.
The other movie I saw this week that I'll mention briefly is Six Underground. This is a Netflix movie.
I thought we were going to run the table and everybody was going to see good movies.
My bad.
I watched 4.
And all of them were good.
And I watched 4 in a TV show.
And all of them were still good.
Had to, even out balance. There has to be balance in the force and in our movie watching experience.
Yeah, whatever.
So this is a Michael Bay movie that is...
I think you've said enough.
All you need to say about it. It is a Michael Bay movie with Deadpool. Oh, I mean Ryan Reynolds. Man, there's... I'm not gonna lie. I started this movie after after Stephanie and I watched The Mandalorian this last episode. So on Friday. I sat down on the couch and I got about an hour into this movie and I fell asleep. And so Saturday I came back and was like, okay, I gotta finish this up. So I fast forwarded it because of course it completed it, and then so I fast forward back to the middle and I was like, oh gosh, I only got halfway through this.
How long is it?
And I got to the third act, and then once again I fell asleep.
Oh my god!
I still haven't seen the third act of this movie, and I'm confident in telling you this movie is not worth watching, guys.
So I should watch it this week?
This is a straight-to-streaming movie. It was produced as a straight-to-streaming movie.
And therefore it's a dumpster fire?
It is... I gave 2 dumpster fires this year.
That's okay.
And I feel like that's harsh.
What was your second one? Hobbs and Shaw and what?
Lion King.
Uh-huh. That one's personal though.
Yeah.
That one's very personal.
That
was a personal attack on me. How I feel about
they made that movie with Brett Eitzen in mind.
How I feel about that movie is how I preach to people not to feel about The Last Jedi.
Ooh.
So I totally understand that I'm being very hypocritical
I need to
here.
go back and listen
Hypocrite!
to this episode where you talk about Lion King.
You monster snake!
I'm
really interested now.
I
never saw it.
I do not
Me
like
either.
that movie.
Lion King?
It's even not that it's an awful movie because it is The Lion King.
Right.
It's
like they lie about stuff, or like he's a Lion King?
Yeah, he's
They
a
lie
lying-
in kings.
Uh,
Like they're laying down in kings. Lion Kings.
I meant lying,
it's
like
just
telling
like-
not the truth.
it just does not do anything different, and it's worse.
Oh, I think I saw your tweet about it.
It's bad.
Anyways,
Hunter even said it was bad. And that's
we should
concerning,
move
'cause he
on
likes
to happier
everything.
things.
Yeah,
Happier things. Zach,
What have you done in the last
you
year
haven't
and a
been
half?
here in almost
Almost 2 years.
2 years.
Probably a year and 10 months.
Before I was even here
Right.
as like a full-time host.
Originals.
So
OG triple. OG.
I don't know what they're talking. Just ignore them.
Okay, yeah, ignore it.
Tell us
Being
about what
ignored.
you've been up
Our
to.
own corner.
Right. Well,
In the past 2 years, you want to hear everything?
everything, every single thing.
Honestly, what I've been up to lately.
Yeah.
Well, I've been working on a new film.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna save that. 'cause
Okay.
We're gonna talk.
Yeah,
about
we're gonna
that.
talk about it a little later.
Wait, what?
Surprise.
Oh man.
That's why that's the whole reason that I'm here.
Oh, I thought it was just because you were friends with us.
I will say the last film that I did, it's called Voicemails. That Brett was on.
I've had
before.
the pleasure of working with you a couple of times.
Yeah, and
So-
that has made it into a few festivals.
What?
I went to New York this summer for
What?
the first time ever. Yes.
What the heck? You didn't know
Yes.
this?
No.
Oh, I knew this.
You gotta follow my social media, man.
Dude, I'm so bad at social media.
Yeah, I made it to the Chain NYC Festival
That's
in
awesome.
Manhattan. I drove there.
Starving artist.
Oh my gosh.
I drove there with my girlfriend. We were in New York for 2 days, and then we drove back.
Oof.
Did you
Dang.
stretch?
Yeah, it was not the best,
Oh man.
but the festivals.
I was gonna say festivals are always fun,
and it's
so
made it to a couple festivals in Kansas City,
Mhm.
and made it to one in Green Bay, which is in February. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that one because it's in Green Bay.
well, if you need to send a
in
representative,
February. Do you want to go to?
I'm just saying I could maybe pass as you like.
Oh,
I could
'cause
just
we work
like
the same.
kind of wig it up a little, and
Okay.
yeah.
Hey Zach, could you get closer to your mic?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Stop talking to
How's
yeah.
that?
Talk to these guys. Don't talk to me.
Here, I'll make it more centered on me. How's this?
It should be good.
Better?
Yep.
But lately I've been so busy because I have a new job this coming into this fall. I work for the Forum Theater. It's a local theater in Wichita. Has anybody been?
The Forum?
The
I have
Forum.
not.
I have not.
Is it
It's
downtown?
downtown
Pitch me. Why should I go there?
because I work there.
Sold.
Yes.
Easy enough.
They're doing A Christmas Carol right now.
Ooh, fun.
Which is adapted by a local
I know
Wichita
somebody in that.
composer.
I know somebody in that. Ryan
Is it-
Erzman.
is it-
And yeah, you. But and
You
then
know Ryan?
yeah, I grew up with Ryan.
Nice.
I've known him since we were 0.
I know him through this production.
Very cool. I also know his wife.
So that's been taking up all of my time that I'm not at my other job at Wichita State. So once that show opened and the semester was over, I finally had some free time and I could finally go watch a movie, which I hadn't done in like a month and a half.
Oh my
so
gosh.
in the last 3 days, I've watched 2 movies. I watched Marriage Story.
Mm.
And then
Nice.
yesterday I went to see Knives Out.
Ah.
I was gonna see Ford versus Ferrari today, but like it was snowing.
I love that movie.
Me too.
I'm probably gonna see it tomorrow.
It's a booyah.
That movie's good.
Ford vs. Ferrari
I'm
and Knives
excited.
Out are both in my top 5 of the year.
of the year.
Of
Yeah.
course, Knives Out is. I knew it. It's probably like number 2.
Anyways, please
That's fine.
tell us
Have
about
you-
tell us
have you
about those
It's
movies.
like
Yeah,
your
we've
crap.
seen we haven't seen
Has
Marriage Story,
Has
but
everybody seen Knives Out? Have you seen it?
He
No,
hasn't.
he
oh, Tyler hasn't.
Okay.
I'm boycotting it
Never. Why are you boycotting it?
to make Brett
Because,
angry.
because I like it. It's just because I like it, and it's a Ryan Johnson film.
In spite of Brett,
you
I'm not
are the
seeing it.
worst.
Actually, I do want to see it. I just haven't had a chance to go see
Oh.
it yet. Yeah, no, I have nothing against Ryan Johnson at all. I just like to give Brett crap for it.
We have fun here.
I enjoyed it. That's all I'll say about it.
That's
I don't
where
have
that's
much
where
to
I
say about
am.
it.
I thought it was good.
But
I didn't think it was amazing.
That's
Yep.
it.
It's fine.
I loved Marriage Story.
I've heard
Loved it.
really good things about it.
I do not know what your taste in movies is.
That's fair.
Bad.
It's real bad.
It's
What-
real bad.
What would you compare it
He
to?
doesn't like The
What would I
Last
compare
Jedi,
it
so
to?
it,
Other movies by the same guy.
What else has he made? I can't remember.
I don't know how to say his last name.
Baumbach?
Baumbach?
Something like that.
Coach Bombay.
Noah B.
Noah B.
Noah B.
Good old Noah B.
Coach Bombay from D2 The Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
Yes.
The only other
Emilio
movie,
Estevez.
the only other movie I've seen by him is Francis Ha.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. He does. I think what he does would be considered mumblecore.
What?
Mumblecore. It's a genre of
Like
independent
talking?
film, which is like mostly talking. It's about like ordinary, everyday
Oh, okay.
people, which is probably why you haven't heard of it, because that's really, really hard to make interesting. and do well, but I think that he does a very good job with this movie.
The Squid and the Whale.
I actually was supposed to watch Marriage Story. I think it was last Wednesday, and I ended up watching something else. Oh, the Crisis on Infinite Earth thing. But I do plan on watching it. Dana and I want to watch it.
Good.
I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I like some movies that probably I would say are weird, but
Yeah.
I just have to be in the mood for it.
We do enjoy those indie weird movies.
Yeah.
More than probably the general audience or general population.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to movie wise. Probably gonna see Ford versus Ferrari tomorrow.
Oh, I
It's
can't
like
wait.
everything is coming out this month.
Yep.
Like I don't think that I could name 3 other movies from the rest of the year. And everything is coming out this month.
Did you ever get to see The Lighthouse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw
What
that one.
did you think of The Lighthouse?
Oh man.
Did you-
I feel like it's a movie that I need to watch again
Yes.
to understand, but
Yep.
I also don't want to.
Wait, you don't want to watch it or you don't want to
I
understand
don't
it?
want to watch it again.
I don't.
Not because I didn't like it. It's just, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're
I would
very
agree.
right.
Yeah. That was actually the last movie I saw before this weekend. Yeah.
Wow, you were on a probably a bender after that, like trying to figure out like I don't even know what movies are anymore at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know what I'm excited for? 1917.
Yes.
Dude.
That's the one I'm really looking forward to.
You would think they sponsor this podcast with how excited we are for it. We're juiced for that
You're
one.
not wrong.
Yeah,
I also think we talk about it a lot because we're afraid it's not going to do well.
Yeah.
It has
so
some
you're trying to hype it up.
serious competition.
Yeah.
So we do hype those things that we're more excited for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, you could
go see it.
You could get rid of like the story and the actors and the director. The fact that Roger Deakins is going to do a one-shot movie.
You're like, I'm there.
You're like, I'm there.
I'm here for that.
We were there before it was even announced.
It's just a car driving across the road
Yeah.
for an hour and a half. Roger
What else is
Deakins.
coming out? What else is going to be its competition besides Star Wars?
It's got Jumanji that came out. It'll have good legs.
Frozen is still out.
Oh, yeah, I also need to see Frozen.
Yeah,
Midway.
I
Sorry.
haven't seen Frozen
Midway
either.
bad?
It's just not doing well.
Oh, it's not doing well. Okay.
Hence,
Should
it's
we
not
go out and
actual
support
competent.
it?
It's like
Roland Emmerich.
it's the war movie that is
That has
seems
every
like-
actor in the world
It
in it.
seems like the crowd pleaser, but clearly
Yeah.
wasn't because it didn't.
It's because
Make any
people
money.
see the trailer and they go, "This looks fake."
Looks like a video game.
Here's what I think. I think people see that trailer and are like, "I'll go watch Pearl Harbor," because that's probably a.
You know what I think you guys should do that I've always wanted to do? And maybe you do this already. I think when you go to see a movie, you
Mhm.
should write down all the trailers and then make predictions which ones will do well and which ones will flop.
If I do that, I'm gonna get carpal tunnel for so much writing.
Yeah. Do we have to write the commercials too?
Just like
Cadillac
plug your
ad.
phone into a voice memo and listen to it later.
Trailer number 4 is 1917. I've seen this one 4 times now. I'm looking forward to it. I think it will get received well, but do terrible.
And then day 17. The movie hasn't started yet. Ugh, I haven't eaten in 3 days. Like, oh my gosh.
They keep showing me those ads that I can go to the concession stand, but then I'd miss a trailer.
I did get to see the new Wonder Woman and No Time to Die trailer before Jumanji in IMAX, which was fantastic.
Ooh. Yeah. Zach, have you seen the No Time to Die trailer?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you generally Bond
I've
positive or Bond negative?
never seen a
Or are you where I'm at and you're like Bond?
Goodness. You and Tyler.
You're Bond neutral.
You haven't seen a Daniel Craig Bond movie?
They haven't. He hasn't
I
seen.
haven't seen any Bond.
Oh.
I got
We
you.
need to get together and Bond.
We could, yes. Yes,
Cancel
we
the
do.
show. Cancel the show. It's over. It's over.
We're done. We can't top it.
I have to at least watch the Daniel Craig ones. I've seen some of them, but not any of the like super
I've
old
seen
ones though.
I've seen Knives Out.
Nice.
It has Daniel Craig in it.
So that kind of counts.
It's the same.
Kind of counts.
And
Anna de Armas in both too.
they're in both of those. Yeah.
Oh, she is too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's interesting about
One of
Knives
the
Out?
two Bond girls.
There's a book series that a friend of mine and I both read and we both really enjoy. And he was like, it's basically one of those books in a movie. And I was like, man, that sounds really good. But because Brett loves Rian Johnson so much, I feel like I have to even this thing out. And I have to hate him.
I have to stop caring.
You have to have balance in the force.
Yeah,
Brett.
dude. That was, you said it.
No, you're right. I have
Don't
to
worry.
simmer down so he simmers
I
down.
got your great.
Usually I'm the middle guy, but this time it's Luke.
Luke.
Rare.
I'll go see it though.
That's what I've been up to.
Cool.
Sounds
Awesome.
like a
Yeah,
lot.
we're going to talk about your latest project here in a little bit.
Okay.
But first, we should jump into some
News?
news.
Okay. Let's do it.
Extra, read all about it.
I can't read.
Uh-oh.
Now you know why I never read books.
That's why he listens to them.
He and even the comics is just like pretty pictures.
Honestly, sometimes the pictures are enough.
What you got, Luke? Hit us with the trailer roundup this week.
Well, during the Game Awards, there was a Birds of Prey.
There was a Birds of Prey teaser. I got you.
He can't read. We should not hold this against him. He can't read.
We shouldn't.
For not being able to read, Luke, you're doing an incredible job.
Hey, Floyd Mayweather has like billions of dollars and he can't read either.
But I don't know how to fight either. There was a Birds of Prey teaser at the Game Awards. It's a minute long. I'm really excited for that movie. We got more of Huntress and Black Canary, which was really cool.
So what I didn't know beforehand was that the movie is kind of like through Harley's eyes, which I mean, you can take that away from the trailer, but like no, like it really is like from behind her eyes. And like now when I watch those trailers and I see like the weird colors on the road, even I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Like it's POV shot.
It's not shot POV, but like the world view, like in colors and everything. It's like how she sees the world,
Okay, I understand.
right? And that how it kind of works.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until after you had brought it up, and I was like, oh, well, this makes a lot more sense now. Now I know why everything looks so wacky.
Also confirmed that it's not in the same timeline as any of the other movies. Apparently, is that
It's confusing. I think it's because Harley's a untrustworthy narrator, and it's her story, so we can't really trust everything that's going on. It's the big thing.
Look, I'm not gonna make comparisons, but it's narrated like Annihilation was.
I do love me some Annihilation.
I read the book too.
Yeah.
For that.
Another trailer that we got, the only one that I noticed, I guess, was today we got a Top Gun Maverick trailer. Brett's ready for some volleyball.
Okay,
I did
so
not- when this movie was first announced, I was like not on board.
so I saw
Screw
that.
the hype train.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do we really need to do that? I got home today and I watched it with my sound bar turned up and everything. And I didn't expect Top Gun's cool, sure. Like I watched it and I was like, why am I emotional right now? Like the music at the end and then the logo pops up and I was like, I have chills. Like I kind of have tears in my eyes. Like what is happening to me? What did you just do? And then I watched it again, like 5 minutes later, just to see, and I did it again, and I was like, "What is going on?
It's a well-made trailer.
Why am I so like jacked up emotionally right now?" It was weird. So yeah, sign me up for Top Gun Maverick, I guess.
I'm here because Tom Cruise learned how to fly a fighter jet for this one.
Dude.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He's actually flying the plane.
So there's certain planes that he can't fly because he's not in the military,
Right.
but he did learn how to fly.
He didn't
certain...
go all out and join the military.
That would have been a baller move.
He is not committed.
He has to
committed.
save something for Mission
He
Impossible
couldn't
7.
though because he's too short to be in the Air Force. The Air Force has really strict height requirements.
You got to be able to reach the road. You got to be able to reach the rotors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like 5'6".
Suck it, Tom Cruise.
That
He
said,
can't stand on an apple box in a
Are the
cockpit.
planes to scale?
he did legitimately learn how to fly a plane. It's just
That's
that
crazy.
It's a smaller plane.
For some
They put an
scenes,
apple box in the cockpit so he can reach the
they digitally swap out the plane.
Oh, okay.
For some of the planes, I guess, but not all of them.
We're gonna see behind the scenes footage that it's like the cockpit is real and the rest of it is green.
It's just the
Totally
green. I do want to see a green plane.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I want to see that so that I can see everybody Photoshop Tom Cruise flying like a donut or something. Put Tom Cruise in an X-wing. Tom Cruise flying a toothpick. Just weird stuff.
A toothpick.
I'm here for that.
I don't know.
Okay.
For some reason, toothpick was the first thing I thought of.
Free. You can take it.
That's okay. I don't know that I want to.
You're gonna regret that decision.
Real quick, while we're before we get to our next trailer, shout out to Angel in chat. Thanks for joining us
Angel
tonight, Angel.
You're my hero. What time is it? It's got to be like 4 a.m. there.
Hey, dedication. Represent. What else we got?
That's it for trailers?
Oh,
I don't know.
Let's move it on.
I don't know
All
if
right.
there's any.
There
other
was
ones.
a crap ton of movie release dates from Warner Brothers this week. I will quickly go through. Mortal Kombat movie, January 15th, 2021. It's a January movie.
Uh-oh.
I'm still excited.
I have a question real quick.
Okay.
Is that being made by Blumhouse?
No. I
Okay,
don't
it's just
think
Warner
so.
Brothers?
It's Warner Brothers with James Wan directing.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was one of the ones that Blumhouse was like, actually, we're going to do this now, and we're going to do this right. Because Blumhouse is the one company I trust in January, because that's where they put Split and Get Out. So.
Yep, nope, it's James Wan and Warner Bros.
Okay, well, I don't know then.
I trust James Wan, but the fact that they put it in January is...
James Wan's produced a lot of stinkers.
He's doing a lot right now, and anytime you're doing a lot and you're just a producer, the cred goes way down, honestly.
Truth.
From the producers of... I can't think of a movie.
Anyone go see 21 Bridges? Produced by...
Oh.
The
people that brought you Avengers Endgame.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
No one went and saw that.
Okay. 2021, The Batman, Suicide Squad, Black Adam. 2022, Flash, Aquaman, Shazam 2.
Yep.
That's a lot of movies.
The Flash actually has a date.
And the director has been there for more than 5 months.
I will not believe that movie's coming out.
Until you sit down to watch it?
Until July 5th, 2022.
Yep.
And I'm watching it. And all 9 trailers end. I get through
and 3 ads.
And I get through the ads. And I see
You're
Ezra
gonna,
Miller on screen.
You're going to get to the end of the movie and
be like
your friends are going to pop up on the screen. Like, we got you.
Man, we've been working on this for so long.
Don't spoil the surprise. Tyler and I have been working so hard.
Sorry.
He'll be like, man, it looks like Ezra Miller put on some weight. It's like me in a Flash suit. Like,
Tyler.
Brett, how does it look? Did you get the wire?
For some reason, I just picture you, Waterboy, running.
Yes. Just for you. In a Flash costume. I'll even do the noise while I do it.
Required.
Okay. Oh, man. But yeah, a lot of release dates.
Yep. Kind of in Marvel world, Marvel Television is no more.
R.I.P.
Yep, they're being... Yep, they were who made like the Netflix Daredevil and all that. They did Inhumans, which was trash. That was
They
Guns
also,
for Fire.
well, but also like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and those network shows.
So it's just, was it like a production company? Or?
Yeah.
It was a production arm of Marvel.
Yeah, but it was its own thing. It wasn't technically part of Marvel Studios.
Right.
But now what they're doing is getting rid of that, and everything is going over to Marvel Studios, which means Feige has more to control, which is cool. But
Gonna have to do a lot of different things.
Marvel Television, man, they put out some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Netflix Daredevil is one of my favorite Netflix originals. Season 3 is incredible, and I think just the actions,
Did that come out this year?
last year,
The
action, the themes, the characters, and just really everything about that third season just really worked for me. I loved that third season. They put out some good stuff. Hopefully they can Marvel Studios can do as good as they did. But
It's all gonna feel the same. Don't worry.
I don't know.
No. It's all gonna feel the same as the movies. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, there probably going to be a lot of jobs affected with that, though, which is the bad part. Lots of people are going to get fired.
Unfortunately, there will be a large group there that's going to be looking for work.
Yep.
Speaking of people looking for work, the redesign studio who did Sonic closed down right after probably saving that movie.
They did The Lion King.
They've done a number of... I mean, they do...
The original Lion King.
Yeah. So VFX houses, they do a lot of contract work, obviously, because studios don't want to just pay an in-house team to... I mean, that's why Lucasfilm does everything, not just Star Wars, right? So it's a real shame to, like... It doesn't feel like the need for those kind of people is going away, so I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just a bad economics on their part or bad business or what.
Sonic just cost too much to redesign. They went out, they jumped on the grenade for everybody and saved everybody.
Somebody had to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
But unfortunately, that grenade blew them to smithereens.
As grenades tend to do.
Say that's a pretty strong tendency with grenades.
Yeah.
Any other news stories?
Brett?
The big one. The new Xbox was revealed at the Game Awards.
Xbox.
The Xbox Sex.
Series X.
Series X. Sorry.
We're instantly demonetized because you said that word. No, probably not.
What, Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox is the problem.
Oh, okay.
YouTube's all about Sony. So we got our, like, the console wars have kind of been revving back up.
We kind of talked about this.
This is probably a smart move to get marketing out first.
Yep.
Looks like a tower.
Looks like a refrigerator.
Looks like a rectangle.
First thing I thought of was a microwave.
A vertical microwave?
What kind of microwave? It looks like that.
It's like a two-tiered microwave.
One that you are moving to college with, and you put on its side so that it fits.
That said, it's
I like
me
it
a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
I need someone to go in to 2001: A Space Odyssey and replace the monoliths with Xbox, the Xbox Series X, because it's a little thicker, a little thick. It's got that
with two C's.
With two C's,
It's a thick boy.
It's a thick boy, but
it's such a weird thing to say. Gosh, I see it all the time on social media, and it's still like hearing it always makes me laugh.
You're like these kids.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
should I be assuming it's a boy though?
Oh, it is 2019.
consoles
I feel like an Xbox would be gender neutral.
It's
a
non-binary.
thick-
I'm still assuming though, so I'm
It's a thick one.
no,
Thickums.
no, that would have been the Xbox One. Thick one. It's a thick
Thick
one.
X.
We all have one of those. Am I right? What was that?
We broke Luke. You did it.
Yes.
I'm just here for the jokes.
Oh my gosh.
After dark.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Can't do this.
Can I move on?
Yes.
Okay.
Hate the name. Series X sucks. Do better at marketing.
Yeah. Sure.
Why do you get that?
Mortal crossplay.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat is testing crossplay with Xbox and PlayStation 4 in the online matches portion of the game. Awesome. It seems to be growing. There's a lot more of that now, and I'm really excited to see where that goes for the next generation of consoles.
Agreed.
Yes.
I don't have any more news.
Me neither.
Fortnite debuted a scene from Star Wars in-game, much like their Marshmallow concert last year. And if you showed up to see that scene, you got a lightsaber. And I'm going to be honest, the lightsaber fights look really cool. I'm kind of bummed I didn't go get a lightsaber.
I have my entire life muted on Star Wars right now. Cause
Yeah. Today,
the premieres tonight.
Today is when I muted everything.
So
I'm done.
I actually have not watched the 2 scenes that have come out. I haven't watched them. I've avoided them, and I haven't really watched anything else, like TV spots or anything they've put out. I typically look away.
If I watched one popped up during the Chiefs game, and I watched that
the
one.
little like spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it shows up.
Yeah.
While I'm watching football or whatever, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm not going to turn away.
Yeah. But like I saw, I think IGN
I
was
did.
like,
I had 2 games going.
Yeah.
Here's the scene from Fortnite. And I was like, nope, sorry. And then I just muted everything that I could think of.
They released a scene like from the new movie? Or?
Yeah.
In the game. Like you could show up to a location in the game and it has like a drive-in theater like screen in there and everybody kind of like hangs out and they turn off like all damage so everybody can just chill. And then they showed the scene within the game, and then they did like
exactly how the filmmakers intended people to watch it.
And then, well, speaking
watching The Irishman as Scorsese intended.
Yeah. And speaking of the filmmaker, J.J. Abrams actually did a live interview during it as well.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think Apex needs to have a drive-in Irishman.
So
can I sit out on the edge with the Kraber and just pick fools off while they watch The Irishman?
Yes.
Send them fish in their mailboxes.
I know you give Fortnite a really hard time for copying everybody all the time.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's like those live events that they do
are super cool.
Very cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Very.
A marshmallow concert?
Have you watched it?
No.
Dude, it is mind blowing to watch. Like you can actually hear Marshmallow talking and stuff. It's so weird.
I don't.
And like they have like area effect. We'll watch it after this because it kind of will blow your mind. But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, then we're on to my most anticipated part of the show, which is. What?
I said the end.
You're gonna need to tell me the anticipation is killing me.
The reason Zach is here tonight.
The reason we're here tonight.
Woo!
Oh,
you were gonna cancel.
Was I gonna fly solo tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm flying solo, we're like live streaming Solo: A Star Wars Story, and we're just gonna talk about it.
That might be worse than Last Jedi.
I think that might get flagged, and yes, that movie is way worse than The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
No. Zach is working on a new independent film here in the great state of Kansas.
Yes.
As you have all of your films. But tell us a little bit about what you've been working on.
Give us your elevator pitch.
My elevator pitch? Oh, boy.
No, I'm kidding. You don't have to.
Give us your... We're stuck on an elevator pitch. You have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stuck on the elevator.
Good job. Nice.
Okay. So it's called Have Faith. It's a musical.
That's so awesome.
Original. I wrote all the words in the music, and it's basically like a loss of faith deconversion story. And it centers around this main girl named Grace, and it all sort of takes place like when she's alone in her living room in her head. And this chorus shows up, and they are her personal demons, and so they're sort of all her anxieties and all these unhealthy messages and forces from her life, and they're basically telling her that she cannot like accept or acknowledge her own disbelief. She has to push it down and pretend to like still be a Christian, still be a religious person to fit in with everyone in her life. So that's the gist of it. It's a little under 20 minutes long.
Nice.
Or will be when it's done. The cast is all students from Wichita State.
Cool.
Work, music theater students.
Yep.
Which is where the idea kind of came from, because I was like, I'm surrounded by all these really talented music theater performers. I should put them in something. And so this last semester we had a rehearsal process and learned all the music, and had a recording session, because you record the music beforehand before you shoot a musical. And then we did a live reading last week.
Very cool.
And I think went really well.
Awesome. Can we ask you some questions?
Ask away. Please do.
Well, I'm curious. Like we said earlier, I've helped you out on a few of your other film projects. You know, going into it, what's different about doing a musical than a standard film?
So many things.
Okay, how about this? What's been the most challenging thing to overcome that's new?
Okay. Well, first of all, writing a musical is so much more difficult than just writing a script, because you have to also write the music and you have to write lyrics that fit your meter and rhyme and also make sense.
Yeah.
There's a number in it that references some studies about like religious demographics and stuff like that. So I was like, it has to fit, but it also has to be like completely accurate, because if it's not, then someone's gonna say,
they'll just poke holes in
me,
it. Yeah.
this is not accurate. So that was a big challenge. I spent most of the summer, when I was not really working, because I work at a school, so I wasn't doing anything.
Got some time off.
Yeah, and so I spent most of the summer working on the music, and then had to run music rehearsals. I've never done that before. I've been in them before, but I've never like been in charge of them before. And I fortunately picked some really talented people who were able to pick up the music really quickly and have it prepared to record and perform on not a lot of rehearsal time, because I was at the Forum Theater every night. So I didn't have a lot of time to work on this.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot of time because they're students. So logistically, it was really difficult, and I had to put a lot of trust in my cast to know their material, and they came through really well. I'm really happy with how everything's turned out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did you choose the cast? Did you have like auditions, or did you just ask people that you noticed were talented?
I
or
did not have auditions. I pretty much just chose people.
And they were pretty receptive of that?
Yeah, no one turned me down, which I was kind of surprised about, just because like of the material,
right?
Sure.
Subject matter.
Yep.
I like wrote up a synopsis of it, and I was like, here, read this, and then tell me if you want to be involved, because I want like the project to be genuine, you know.
Sure.
I don't want anyone to feel like they got roped into something that they can't stand behind. And fortunately, everyone's been on board.
That's an interesting thing to, we talk about actors and actresses and even writers, not necessarily believe like sometimes you get the best reactions when they're authentic and you really believe in what the source material is saying, but yet for a lot of things, we've actors and actresses, then storytellers in general tell stories that they don't necessarily believe in.
Yeah.
But and especially with young actors and actresses, it's interesting to see. It's cool that you didn't have anyone like, oh no.
Yeah, for sure. But I had a lot of conversations with the lead actress. Her name's Caroline Boson, and I like handed her the summary, like I said, and I said, just let me know like by the end of this week if you want to be involved. And so then we had a conversation, and she was like, I don't know if you know this, but I actually am like a very religious person, but I'm totally down for this. And there was a part of me that was like, why? So we had a lot of conversations about the material, because really one of the things that we talked about and what I've said is it's not about like me trying to deconvert anybody or change anybody's beliefs, and it's not about me coming in and saying like I'm right, you're wrong, that type of thing. It's more about understanding each other's differences and accepting people who are different from you, because that's really the big question of the film is she's become this person who she was always told was bad and selfish and sinful, and now she's become that person, and it's about whether she will come to accept herself. And so that was one of the big things that I talked about with Caroline was could you as a person accept another person like this? And if so, then I think you as an actor can play a character who accepts a person like this.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You said you realized like, oh, I have all these talented people around me. Did you already start working on Have Faith before that? And you're like, I should turn this into a musical, or was it like, I'm going to make a musical, and that was kind of always there?
Yeah, the idea to make a musical came first, and I was thinking about that early this year.
Okay.
In the spring, and I literally like sat down and wrote like 100 musical ideas on a piece of paper because I was like, I want to do this, but I don't know what I want it to be about.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a couple of ideas that I explored before I landed on this one because I was like, this is a very personal story. This is a very important story to me. Like, what better to make it about?
Yeah.
Yep.
What made you choose this story for the musical, though?
Good question.
You just felt like it fit, or?
Well, yeah. It's always hard to say. Like, once you're in the middle or at the end of a project, it's always kind of hard to say where the ideas came from because you've been working with it for so long.
Right.
But one of the things that came into this, because like when like what am I going to write a musical about, but also like what style, what type of musical, and so there's some gospel music in it because I thought that would be interesting to like write a gospel musical, but the message is like the opposite of gospel music, and like there's a hymn medley in there, and there's these really beautiful hymns that you grow up with in church, and now like I wanted to incorporate something that I liked and appreciated, but like didn't have a message that I resonated with anymore.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that answered your question. But...
Kind of. it's a hard. I knew it was a hard question to answer.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Tyler's here with the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, like how'd
Should
you
we be
cast
sitting
people
across the table with like one light bulb above us?
What was the first song you wrote?
A hard-hitting interview.
grab it.
Um,
Smash his head onto the table.
writing.
Tell me what you know.
So
Sorry.
I assume that here. I think this is a softball question.
Okay,
Knock it out of the
Please.
park.
please.
Is it harder to write dialogue or lyrics?
Lyrics.
Yeah, I figured. But what's the like? Because I'm in musicals, you use lyrics as.
Well, actually, that's an interesting question because when you write lyrics, it's really hard for me to get started
Okay.
on lyrics because I was struggling with, do I write lyrics and then put music to it, or do I come up with some music so I have a rhythm to write to? So it was really difficult to get started, but once you're there, there's a structure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what will fit.
Right.
Whereas with dialogue, it's like you can write anything you want, and that like there's too much freedom,
Oh,
and that
sure.
makes it more difficult to make it what you want. And like this was an interesting thing because I always struggle to sit through a reading of my own scripts. Like it's always like really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like hearing your own voice on a microphone for the first time.
Exactly. But with the music parts of it, it was not as bad.
Okay.
I can kind of relate to that. I've made music with Logan, and so like when you hear your own, like it's my beats, it's obviously not my voice most of the time, it's Logan's voice, but when you hear it for the first time, you're like kind of self-judging yourself negatively, like straight away you're like, oh man, nobody's gonna like this. Like, but then like like with my own beats, like okay, yeah, I'm kind of dancing to it, so I mean it must be something to it. But yeah, it's always awkward to hear your own stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And so like during when we would like run the whole show or during the reading, like there would be dialogue and I'd be like, okay, I guess I wrote that. And then we would get to the song and I'd be like, okay, like this slaps. So
Plus, I mean, I'm no writer. I don't read or write. I got him. But like I follow Scott Derrickson and Kristen McQuarrie on Twitter, and people ask them all the time about writing. and they're very open about answering, which is super nice. But the answer they both always give is, "You are never done writing. Like, it's always changing." So I mean, like,
Yeah.
is it the same with the lyrics, or is that
Yeah.
like, all right, I have
Well,
With
the
music, you come to a point where you have to be done,
Yeah.
right? Because you
Well, it's recorded.
Yeah.
yeah.
A month before we shoot the film.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, because like those at least bigger projects, you shoot something and it's like, well, I can cut this minute or this scene. Not so with this project, because it's so like everything has to be there for it to work.
right.
But yeah, I'll probably still be working on the dialogue, but the music is there. It's
Yeah.
done. It can't be changed. But you do have to. I mean, I always can find things to change. Like even when I watch an old film, I'm like, I would cut that different. But you have to come to a point where you say, "This is done. I'm gonna move on and make something else rather than fixating on this for the rest of my life."
Sure.
What's your favorite part of making the film, like the process?
Good question. I'll say I feel like I'm really good at logistics,
Okay.
which maybe is like a strange answer, like for a creative process, but like making lists, making schedules is like, I don't know if I would say that's my favorite part, but like one of my favorite parts, and I feel like that's something that a lot of creative people struggle with. Whereas I feel like I'm really good at making like an efficient, like smoothly run shoot. Like at this point, the material is done, or 99% done, and it becomes more, much more technical in terms of what's going to be our setup, how many setups are we going to have, how many shots are we going to have, what order are we going to do them in, and I love both parts of the process, but I feel like I really thrive in that part.
Yeah.
Planning the shoot and running the shoot.
Yeah.
You've been on my sets, so
I have.
You can give an objective opinion as
No,
to whether I'm good at running them or not.
Yeah, no, I think so. So one of the role I played in my so when I was out in I'm this is not like a comparison thing. When I was out in LA, we did a I know. No,
The thing he never talks about.
That's why we hired him.
Yeah. This is the thing he never talks about, guys. Make sure you're paying attention.
No. So when I was out there for our final student film of the year, like it was big groups, so we had about 15 people.
Yeah.
My role was first assistant director.
Sure.
That is exactly what you do as a first AD. Is you make sure that everything's at the site when we're able to keep the director on track, because we don't want to go over your
Right.
coordinating with your producers or whomever to get what you need. And I would totally agree that that's something that you do very well at on set. So like when you don't have that many people, that role gets boiled down usually to the director or
Right, that's why I never have a first AD.
Yeah.
I'll just do it. I'll just run it myself. I don't trust another person to show up and run things better than I already do.
Yeah. So no, I would agree that is something that you're very good at.
Yeah. I feel like I always finish on time, so I remember at a project a few years ago, I was talking to Dave Dunsmore, who's the gaffer.
Yeah.
Project.
Yep.
And he was like, the fact that you walked in and handed me a storyboard is huge. And I was like, what? People don't do this. Like, how do you just walk onto set and not know? But people do that all the time. They just walk with no plan. They just walk in and they start shooting. Okay. I guess it works.
Sounds like
Works for
something I
some
would do.
people.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to close my eyes and hope this shot looks good. Yes, I'm filming on iPhone 6.
Well, I think it also depends. Like, obviously, as a indie filmmaker, you're probably not running multicam setup type things.
Sure.
One of the master classes that I've taken online, this is not some fancy thing. Anyone can go pay $80 to take a master class from Ron Howard on directing. But one of the things he does is he doesn't hit home on storyboards. He talks about, I have what I in my head what I want, and I'll kind of write down general direction. But then he goes and he does lots of prep. So they'll go out and they'll kind of do like a walkthrough with multi-cameras to get different angles, and he gets lots of coverage. I think the more coverage you can afford to get, the less storyboarding you have to do.
Yeah,
but on indie films, you just don't have that.
Yeah.
Right, and like time is so valuable.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
so
it is.
valuable, especially if, I mean, I've heard of stories of like someone's from Wichita, but they live in LA now, and they're gonna come back and shoot a short film, and they're gonna be in Wichita for like one day.
Yeah.
Have a plan. Please have a plan.
Yep.
It's fine. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's all good. Anything else you'd like to tell us about the film? We want to talk about how people can support and
the
whatnot.
Kickstarter. Did you guys have any other questions about the project?
How many songs are there?
There were 6.
Yes. I love musicals, so I'm like hype.
Do you really?
I love musicals.
What's your favorite musical?
My favorite stage musical is Wicked.
Okay.
Movie though is probably Lion King. I know that's on stage too, but it was originally a movie.
Sure.
I'm probably gonna, now that I have some time over Christmas break, I'm probably gonna like watch a bunch of musicals because like, how do you shoot a musical?
Have you watched Rocket Man?
No.
Very good.
You should watch it.
Very good.
I love that movie. One of my favorite movies this year.
Yeah, but one of the pitfalls of shooting a musical is you can fall into, this is a stage play that you put a camera in front of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm probably gonna watch a lot of material to see how it's done, and then my DP for this project, same guy who did voicemail. So,
Oh, good.
he's in a lot of music videos.
Cool.
So I said, hey, you want to shoot this? Your experience might be valuable. So
Yeah.
I'd like to sit down with him and talk about like how do you shoot a music video, and see what value I can get from his experience there. So yeah.
It's awesome.
That's very cool.
I have one last question.
Yes.
Is it kind of surreal for you to do this? Like again, like you've done several projects. Is it like does it feel fresh every time you do it, or does it?
It does. This is a giant project.
Mm-hmm.
I've done like several years ago when I was just starting out, I would do like a project with my friends that lasted like a semester, which is not a great way to start. Don't do that. But like everything else since then has been a 1-day shoot. Like I've only done 1-day shoots, and this is a 3-day shoot. So it's 3 times as big, and it's a musical, so we have to do this whole rehearsal process and record the music, and it's just so much more involved and so much more ambitious. And I've definitely gotten like a heady feeling at times, like there are so many things to do, like is it gonna work? Am I gonna be able to do it? And fortunately everything up to this point has gone really well.
Good.
I feel like everything is on track for where it needs to be.
Good.
So that's good. Any project, like no matter how small it is, once it's done, I always look back on it and be like, that's a miracle. And so, like, actually finished that. Like, I can't believe we did that. So I'm sure this will be the same way. But yeah, this is a really intense, really ambitious project. So
It's awesome.
Awesome, yeah. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing it. Why don't you tell us the Kickstarter? Where can we find that at?
So I didn't get like a link to the Kickstarter.
We'll put a link in
URL.
We'll put a link in the description.
So, like, I can tell you how to get there, but it's a little unwieldy. It's kickstarter.com/profile/Zach Neumann Films.
Okay.
ZACHNEUMANN Films.
Love it.
People spell both of my names wrong. So.
That makes sense. You've got two.
I don't know who would ever do that.
Or tag you in your old Twitter account.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
I'll tell you all the rest of my social media too. How's
Yes.
that? Because you can find the Kickstarter from.
There you go.
So you can go to, let's see, they're all different. So let's see. Twitter.com/Z Neumann Films because of the character on it.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.com/Zach Neumann Films or Instagram.com/Zach Neumann Filmmaker.
Ah,
Those
cool.
are my accounts.
Very cool.
Awesome.
I think I follow all of those.
Good.
Also, I was able to find your Kickstarter by just typing in "Have Faith Kickstarter"
What?
and it popped up.
On Google?
I'm glad that there's not someone else
Cool.
out there like making a film with the same name.
So before we go, we're not going anywhere. Zach is gonna head out here. He's got precious time, but you've also brought something for us to listen to.
I have. It's a song from the show.
Can you set it up a little bit about?
I can. So it's actually the last song. It's the finale, but I feel like first of all it's the best song. But also like this is a project where if you like hear the ending, it's not like that much of a spoiler. It's not that big of a deal. So that's the one that I wanted to share. And this is sort of the whole the premise for like her having to make this decision, like belief or disbelief, is that her father's a preacher, and she's supposed to perform for this Christmas Eve service, and so she goes through all this process of like the demons and like struggling with all these questions, and then her parents show up, and she has to like make her decision. And so this is the song that she sings to her parents, which is kind of her climactic decision of the whole story.
Awesome.
It's called "I Don't Have Faith."
There we go. All right. Thank you, Zach, for joining us.
Yes.
Here is "I Don't Have Faith." Yeah, we'll be right back after this song.
I don't have faith that I can explain this. I don't have faith that you'll understand. I don't have faith you won't think I'm crazy. But I'll do the best that I can. I know you both want me to be like you. I know you both want me to serve God. I know you want me to follow the path that you've trod. I know that I should be a good Christian and always be true to the things that I've heard in God's Word. But I don't have faith the Bible is perfect. I don't have faith my sins died on the cross. I don't have faith that God came down to earth to save those who were lost. Because I don't have faith He sends people to heaven. I don't have faith He sends people to hell. I don't have faith that God's in control when things aren't going well. I'm sorry, I know this must be upsetting. I know it's not how you raised me to be. I tried to be good and believe, but the things I believed are falling to pieces before me. I tried my best to stay true to the system. I tried my best to believe what God said. I tried my best to ignore all the doubts that were stuck in my head. But I don't have faith Jesus Christ is returning. I don't have faith I'll be raised from the dead. I don't have faith that I'll be left behind if I don't have faith in each word that He said. And I don't have faith that Ken Ham got the math right. I don't have faith it's a sin to be gay. I don't have faith that I'm not going crazy. But I've wanted for so long to say that if I could believe that the world had been cursed, don't have faith that you won't disown me. I don't have faith in that book on your shelf. I don't have faith you'll even still love me. But I have faith. I think I have faith. I have faith in myself.
Oh, hey.
I fell asleep. I'm gonna be honest. No, I didn't.
Well, unfortunately, we can't.
Yeah, we don't
also
get to
hear
listen to
the
it.
music.
Yeah.
So we hope that you enjoyed it. I've listened to it previously, and it's I enjoy it quite a lot. I'm very excited to see.
I'll have to wait till after to hear it.
Yeah, when you get to insert it into the audio version.
We're going to listen to it before we leave.
I'm gonna bump that on your stereos, man.
Well, we're super glad that Zach was able to make it. Obviously, now he's gone. That sounded like a eulogy type thing.
He will be missed.
Go support.
We love him.
Go support the film.
Go find his Kickstarter.
Let's talk about Game Awards.
Yes. Video games have
Game
awards.
Game Awards.
So-
okay, that's enough of that.
Should we bust through the esports stuff that no one cares about?
Do we even have to mention
Yeah,
it?
we don't even.
There was esports stuff no one cares about. Cool.
Booga won Esports Player of the Year.
I don't even...
He won the Fortnite thing. He's like 15.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. All right, we'll
It's
go
like
over.
millions.
We'll go over kind of what we consider maybe the bigger ones,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Let's start with something not huge. We'll work our way up to Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Whee! Best multiplayer game.
Oh, I'm so glad that Apex won this.
Apex won this one.
I like Call of Duty, but when they were like, best multiplayer game, they named the nominees. It's like, oh man, if Call of Duty wins, I'm going to be so pissed because it deserves to go to Apex.
Dude,
Well
Apex is-
deserved.
yeah.
Kudos to you, Respawn. And you banned Ninja today, and that's hilarious.
Wait, what?
Ninja got banned from Apex.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, dear.
No one knows.
Hashtag internet feuds.
Aimbot.
Aimbot.
Cheater.
Best sports/racing game.
Ford versus Ferrari.
Went to FIFA. Not FIFA 20. I predicted FIFA 20 incorrectly. Went to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Did you make predictions for all of them?
I did make predictions for all of them. I did not do well.
I went 0 for 0. So
Me too.
Okay.
Good job,
I-
Brett.
So I won by default?
Yeah, I was super slammed.
you
I
won
didn't
by
have time to do
forfeit,
it.
which is the same as losing, pretty much.
Dang it. Fine. I accept my fate. Best strategy game. Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
I'm so curious about that game, but I don't
I've heard
think I would
really
play
good
it.
things about it.
I heard it's like Harry Potter if your teachers were like in lingerie and
Oh,
telling you to go fight people. I don't know.
Oh,
It's weird.
dear.
I'll see if I can't find the way it was described. It's really funny. But I've heard it's really good.
Nice.
Maybe I'll catch it on a sale.
Best family
Sale.
game. I need to be taking notes on this because
Went to Nintendo.
I think they were all Nintendo.
Yeah, every
nominees.
game, every
So-
nominee was Nintendo.
Went to Luigi's Mansion 3. I incorrectly predicted Super Smash Brothers. Probably too much violence.
As a family game?
Yeah, I don't know. Think I've ever played a Luigi's Mansion game?
Maybe.
No, I haven't. Fun fact.
I hope too soon.
I don't know what you were doing when you're...
Best
14?
fighting game, though, did go to Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I did correctly.
I thought Mortal Kombat would win that.
I kind of did too.
Yeah.
I would have guessed Super Smash because it's up for Game of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Cheater.
True.
Hey, I like Pumpkin. I'll eat
Best-
all day.
Best RPG went to the game that I think took home the most wins. I think. I didn't do the math. Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
A game that I have not played, but I'm certainly
I think
curious
it's
about
PC
now.
only
I am
for
very,
now.
Of course it is.
I'm not sure
very
if-
curious.
I've heard about it, and all it is dialogue.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
it's
you do is
RPG.
dialogue.
So.
No wonder it won narrative.
And you're like a detective solving a crime. Apparently, it's incredible.
That's awesome.
But
I saw Jason Schreier was pumped that it won.
Yeah. Yep. Best action adventure game. Did not go to Control. I'm sorry, Control.
Sad.
Went
Sad,
to
sad, sad.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Another game that did well.
I played that game.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Was
What
it good?
were your thoughts on it?
It was incredible and incredibly difficult.
So
difficult that I couldn't beat it.
So how Luke describes Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Fallen Order is difficult because it's broken. From what I hear, Sekiro isn't broken. It's just
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people are really into those
Super hard
punishing games. Yeah.
People like to be punished.
Yep. Action game of the year went to Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, that was dumb.
I've heard that game is good.
I've never been into Devil May Cry.
Clearly,
they did something right this year. So
Devil May Cry is bad.
When I heard people talking about it, they got it and they're like, "This game is so much fun."
I
Just
will
the
say,
ridiculousness of
I
it.
do feel like this year they did a good job of lots of games won different categories.
Yeah.
Which probably honestly speaks more to how there wasn't just a runaway success this year in terms of
there wasn't a God of War
right. There
or
wasn't.
Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Which means we get lots of fun little discussions here. Best VR/AR game goes to Beat Saber. How?
Beat Saber is incredible. That's how.
It's not. It didn't come out this year.
They keep adding new stuff.
I guess.
So I'm going to a music festival in 2 weeks, and they have a Beat Saber station there.
Yes.
Please play it and report back.
I will.
I love Beat Saber
I've played
so
it.
much. Yeah, I know, but play it there and report back.
It's the experience, right? Yeah.
Best
And
community
I'll be
support goes to the game that the podcast here represents most, Destiny 2.
Okay.
Good job, community team.
It
It was the game that I was the only one. You didn't even know what it was, and now we've all played it, and you've...
I don't know what game you're talking about, Brett.
Okay. I tried. Best mobile game.
I thought Apex would win that, honestly.
Not
Not mobile. Community.
Community. I think that... I just don't think they've had as much to deal with. They've been good.
They started free to play. They didn't go free to play.
Right.
That's what
Destiny's had
helped
a
Destiny.
huge year of change,
Yeah.
and I think that's probably why they probably won.
Cheaters.
Maybe they like Pumpkin too.
Best mobile game went to Call of Duty Mobile.
Yep. I've played it. It's good.
Next.
I was sad. I put What the Golf down there. I love that game. It's such a fun little game. And it's perfect for mobile. That's the thing.
Dude.
That's the thing. Call of Duty is not a mobile first game.
Yeah, people put their controllers on it. Yeah.
That is not a mobile. This game, What the Golf, go find it. It is so perfect for...
Dude.
It's
And
built
then-
for your phone.
Then go find the video of the golf team reacting to IGN naming them best mobile game. It is a fantastic video. It is so funny.
Did you see that hockey Apple Arcade game that got announced at the Game Awards?
No.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was a DLC for NHL 20.
Yeah?
I was hyped. I was like, ooh, I get a new mode in NHL. And then it was like Apple Arcade, and I was like, man, I'll never get to play that. That sucks. It looks
Gotta
cool.
get yourself an iPad, man.
No. Actually, maybe. I was looking at those this weekend.
Next.
Best independent game went to Disco Elysium.
Yep.
I was bummed. I put Outer Wilds. That's a good game. That's fun, cute little game. Games for Impact.
It was so cute little baby.
I had put Life is Strange 2, another one I got wrong. Went to Gris, which is not as much of a surprise, or Gris looks good.
Isn't Gris the game about writing letters to people?
Oh, that's kind words.
Kind words. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Gris is also a non-violent game. So, which is why it's hilarious to me that there's a weapon skin in Rainbow Six Siege for Gris. They're like, congratulations on being best independent or winning the Game for Impact Award.
That's
Get your limited edition.
That's a nice
AR-15.
That's a great collab.
And Chris was like, we didn't collaborate with them at all. They just did this. It's like, okay, no, you're.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, best audio design. What'd you think was gonna win, Tyler? This was the one category Gears was up for. And I thought they had a chance.
I didn't.
Really?
Call of Duty won this, right?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. And I haven't played Call of Duty, so maybe it is just that good.
They deserve it.
Okay. Good for you, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
They deserve it. That was the one category I thought Call of Duty had a chance in.
Okay. Cool. Well.
I wish Gears would have won, though.
Best score / music went to Death Stranding. I think Death Stranding was kind of the game that everyone thought.
I thought Kingdom Hearts would win this.
I put Kingdom Hearts 3 down as well.
I don't think any of the games I've played this year, except for Star Wars, have made me go, this score is so good.
Yeah.
Control didn't really have one, and the Outer Wilds didn't really have one either. They both have their themes at the menu or whatever, but
right.
And then in Control, there's a moment in it where the song pops up, and it's the weirdest part of the game almost. But
it's a little bit like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
In that, like, it's mostly ambient noise, not necessarily music, until you hit those big moments.
I'm pretty sure that was the soundtrack to Control.
Best ongoing game went to, no surprise, Fortnite.
Next.
Good for them.
I hate that wins every year.
Maybe by this time next year, Apex will have been around long enough for it to have a real chance.
I hope so.
Best performance. I think everyone thought Norman Reedus was a write-in for this.
Should have gone to Courtney Hope for Control.
Yeah.
She's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, I know I haven't played Death Stranding, but...
Yeah, so Mad Mikkelsen actually won this from Death Stranding had 2 nominees.
No. It's Mads Mikkelsen.
Mikkelsen.
Come on. Learn a name.
Congrats, Mads, for being an awesome actor. He's good.
He is really good
like
actor.
Him. I like him as an actor.
He should. So. I don't remember where I said this. If this was on an episode or not. Probably not. He needs to go for.
No, this was you and I.
The Geek got.
Oh.
Had a game award onto EGOT.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Gigot?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Best art direction went to Control.
Yes, well deserved.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game.
Next year will be Hellblade 2.
Freaking that. No, like that trailer.
Yeah.
It got me going a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, I'm kind of into this.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched it.
It's like, no.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
But then the longer it goes, the more you're like, okay.
It was like in-game engine, too. It
Yeah.
was like, what the frick?
It's intense.
For Control, there was honestly nothing visually like this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's super weird. It's like Inception, except inside of a building, is what it looks like. Just weird things constantly happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really glad that this won.
They also announced a DLC that came out Game Awards night for Control. Did you download it yet?
Mm-mm. I decided to play the Anthem update instead. Yeah, I play Anthem still, people. You know what? Sue me. I like that game. You know why? Because it works for me, unlike other people.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
Hey, I am happy for you. I'm more sad that just no one's on to play with you.
I have to play on normal to matchmake with people.
Yeah.
I can one-shot bosses on normal.
That's a bummer. No challenge. Best narrative went to Disco Elysium. We've talked about them already.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it's mostly a narrative game. So, best game direction went to Death Stranding and Sony. I thought this one was interesting, mostly because one of the things people said was unremarkable about it was that you're just carrying boxes. Maybe because it was good enough that the premise and game direction worked for people? I don't know.
Listen, hopefully this game just sells terribly and it will drop in price and I can eventually pick it up super cheap so I can figure out what the crap this thing is. But I'm not paying $60 for it. Sorry.
And then finally, Game of the Year went to Sekiro.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
I know JT loves that game.
Yeah. No, I think it is well deserved. I mean, the game is great. Look, I'm not going to tell you I beat it because I couldn't. It's too hard for me.
Yeah.
But I just think it's cool that a game like this won, even though it had so much backlash for the difficulty curve and all that stuff. Because what a lot of people are like, well, people can't beat it, so it doesn't deserve to win. Like, no, I mean, it still has the story is still there. The gameplay is still there. Like, even if you don't beat it, you can tell. Like, you can tell an hour into it, like, oh man, this is good. Like, the music's great. The gameplay is tight. The bosses are cool and creative and different. The performances in it, like, I played it in Japanese and subtitled it. And like, their performances were incredible. Like, it's just too hard for me. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, I was shocked that it won. I didn't think it would. I honestly thought Control was going to win.
I was really rooting for Control.
All the buzz around Control was so positive leading into this. I was like, man, they're really going to win. And then, of course, they didn't. But no, I think it was well deserved.
I was honestly, like, I really wanted Control to win. But more than anything, I did not want Resident Evil 2 to.
Yeah.
They didn't win anything.
Why that was nominated for anything is beyond me.
Well,
Like,
don't worry. Resident Evil 3 will be nominated next year.
I know the game is different than its original, but it's still a remake.
Yeah.
It's the same game.
Well, yeah. Any other things that happened at the Game Awards that you guys want to mention? I know we already mentioned the Xbox announcement, the Hellblade 2
That trailer is so crazy.
Yeah.
Holy cow. There were some cool expansions announced. The Apex one I kind of talked about earlier, I've played. A game that I think will appeal to a lot of people. I personally didn't think it looked good. Godfall. It's the next looter shooter, but it's a slasher looter kind of thing. You have a sword. You look cool.
Yep.
It's on PS5 only. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. The announcements weren't like so crazy. Like, I kept waiting for a Rocksteady announcement or WB Montreal's announcement. The team who did Dishonored has a new game coming out called Weird West. It's like a Diablo type game. I thought that looked pretty cool. Still super early on in development. PlayerUnknown announced a new thing called Prologue. I don't know what that is.
And by announced, like,
is that their story mode?
We're working on a thing.
Yeah, they were just like,
but
you can go to their website and mess with it.
Didn't they say they were doing a story mode way back in the day?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it is a prologue to PUBG. I don't know. No, I can't think of any other announcements that really like stuck with me.
I only watched like the last hour. Reggie's speech was absolute fire for indie game.
Reggie's speech was great.
Reggie's always good. Love Reggie.
I thought all the musical performances were weird except for Green Day's. I thought Green Day's performance was actually pretty good.
You are a resident live music master. So.
Yeah, Grime is her name. She did not sing at all. Like, that was not a live performance. She just climbed in a bathtub.
So
I guess I didn't miss much.
Yeah, it was weird. It's
don't
Elon
need-
Musk's girlfriend.
Oh, and he was there?
Yeah, he was there. Cybertruck and Cyberpunk. There.
The final game of the year was given away by Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was kind of cool, except that, like, I don't need more Fast and Furious in my life, so I don't care about that game at all.
I want that Fast 9 trailer. That's what I want.
That's 4 minutes long. You're going to see the whole movie.
It works perfect.
It is what it is.
That's their marketing. They show the whole movie. They spoil everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is all our discussion points. We've had a pretty good episode. No Fanbox questions this week. If you've got a question for us, I know Luke is super sad. He's crying over here.
Sounds like he's gurgling.
Sorry, something stuck in my throat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not true. Remember, Siebel had a question for
From
us
last week
that we forgot, and I almost forgot it again.
Wow, you're a monster.
Wow, Brett, we were testing you, and you almost failed, but
I almost
you passed.
did. I gotta find it. Where is it?
It was about the Jesus game.
Yes. Siebel said, "How with the fanboy? How do we feel about this? I feel weird about this." And he quoted the tweet from IGN about "I Am Jesus Christ" is a real game based on the New Testament. Watch the announcement trailer here, and it's very weird.
Yeah.
You're basically looks like you're first personing Jesus.
Is this a VR game?
That's a good question.
Or is it a normal console game?
It looks like a VR game.
It does look like a VR game.
Because it's like hands. For this game looks weird. Like I don't want to play it. I won't play it.
Part of me is like, I kind of want to just to say I did. And the other part of me is just like, but why? Like,
I want to know the intention behind this game.
Yeah. Like, what is the intention good?
Yeah.
Or is it just...
So it's on Steam. Well, not on Steam. It's available for pre-order or whatever.
How much is it?
I don't see a price.
Do the proceeds go to the
$100.
giving basket?
Don't know. I Am Jesus Christ is a realistic simulator game inspired by the stories from the New Testament. Get into old times and follow the same path of Jesus 2,000 years ago. Boy, this is not well written. Have you ever wondered to be like him, one of the most privileged and powerful people in the world? Again, that's not me screwing up. That is how the actual sentence is structured. You can perform over 30 miracles.
Oh.
Save lives and souls.
Oh.
Oh, and then reach the final stage of resurrection and show the world that you're alive.
It's open world.
It's apparently an open world game.
There's a realistic fight with Satan.
Baptizing and getting the superpower of the Holy Spirit. Praying and increasing of the Holy Spirit. And experience the crucifixion and resurrection.
So my favorite thing I ever saw on this about this game was, everybody knows what TF stands for, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So this thing said, somebody quote tweeted it and said, "Do I have the option to beat the F out of Judas before he betrays me?" And I was like, it's kind of blasphemous, but it's kind of funny.
It does not appear to be VR in any way.
That's weird. I
What if
can't
you
wait to see
walk
that streaming
around-
on Twitch,
Oh
dude.
my gosh.
These are the widest
Character
models.
Oh, dude, is that the realistic fight with Satan?
I hope so, because he is.
He looks
Yep,
like-
that is definitely a realistic fight with Satan.
What the? Yeah, I'm not really feeling this. I'll stick to the book. I have the book.
This is definitely an instance where the book is better.
Yeah.
This is.
Don't know if it's going to be a well-adapted video game from the book.
So to answer your question, Siebel, I do not feel good about this. This does not need to be a thing.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't play PC games all that much, anyways. But I probably wouldn't play it even if I was a PC gamer.
I wouldn't play it either.
I will probably enjoy 5 minutes of watching someone play it
On Twitch?
yeah,
I will
and then
too.
be like, okay, this isn't worth my time.
They'll be talking over it the whole time, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm not into this.
Yeah. So thank you, Siebel, for that Fanbox question.
Yeah.
Luke, send us out of here.
We finally answered it. We're a little late, but that's okay. Yep. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We have lots of places you can find us and find our things. Easiest place to find us is just whatthefanboy.com. There's links to everywhere on there, and like for the podcast, for YouTube, and then also our merch.
Yep.
But if you just want to go, you can go to SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Google Pod. Just search What the Fanboy on those, and you can find us. If if you're listening to the pod, we're just What the Fanboy on YouTube. You can find our channel. All the links are in the description. Twitter and Instagram at What the Fanboy. Everything's What the Fanboy.
We got that locked down.
Yeah, we got that locked down, boy.
Be on the lookout this week for our Watchmen series finale.
Finale and season
Or
review.
season finale. I guess we're not 100% sure it's a series finale.
Yeah.
Season finale.
Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that.
That'll be up on our YouTube page.
It's going to be fun.
And we'll probably be posting some Star Wars impressions near the end of the week.
Spoiler free.
We'll do spoiler-free impressions, and then we've just got to do a separate episode just to review that thing, right?
Yeah, we'll have a separate spoiler episode.
Yeah.
That thing is going to be a monster.
Can't wait.
Guys, we're 4 days away from a Star Wars movie.
I know. I'm nervous and excited.
Unless you're listening to the pod, it comes out tomorrow. Or if you're listening to it after, because you're late, we've seen a Star Wars movie, and it's over. And we liked it. Or we didn't. I don't know. It's hard to predict the future.
I'm emotionally torn about where I think.
Insert reaction here.
Yeah. Oh, but until next week, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you around.
Raise a clone. Corgi.